Randy, you're up at Bas Rutten's Elite Mixed Martial Arts in Westlake, California. First of all, when did Kimbo come out to you?
He came out to us about a year and a half ago, when Bas was just getting ready with the Anacondas, training them back in the IFL. And, ever since it's been great. We all clicked, and his manager brought him out to see if we would click and make a good team, and here we are today.
For this last fight in particular, when did Kimbo come out to train with you guys in his cycle?
He came out for this particular fight about 6 weeks ago. Yeah, so he's going to total camp about 8 weeks.
So, wow. So he's been with you guys for 6 weeks. He's going to go the duration almost to the end of the fight. So he really took himself away from his family in Florida to concentrate on this. What does that tell you about him?
He's very dedicated. Again, he's a family guy. He has 6 kids at home. He leaves his family for 8 weeks plus and trains really hard. He has a job to do, and he understands his job. And his fiancée and his 6 kids at home play a big role in allowing him to do that, Right.
His meteoric rise, his popularity has come so fast, and a lot of people want to criticize him that he's not dedicated enough to the sport yet. He's just in it for the money and the fame. And, I mean, what can you tell us that people don't get to see about Kimbo Slice?
He's a very passionate guy. He has a passion for the sport. He loves to compete. He's a competitor. People are going to talk good or bad, indifferent, but he's a great guy. He's a great personality. He loves the fight. I think he's great for the sport. I think he brings a lot to the table. And, people have to keep in mind he's got 3 fights. And this is his 4th fight. I mean, Chuck Liddell and Randy Khatami didn't fight guys like this their 4th fight, And, let alone fight on CBS and national television. There's a lot of pressure on this guy, And he handles the pressure really well, and it's impressive.
As a teammate, as an insulator, do you guys really try and keep those negative comments out during the training?
Yeah, I certainly don't encourage him to go to the internet and look at, these guys type on the computer and all these blogs and whatnot. But, we stay pretty much focused in the gym, and he's got a mission here. I mean, he basically eats and sleeps MMA in this 8-week time frame. I mean, he doesn't really do much but train with Bas in the morning, train with me at night, and then collectively we train together in the weekend. That's all really he does. I mean, he's really dedicated to this sport.
For this particular fight, he looks really lean. He looks a lot leaner than he did 2 months ago with James Thompson. What in particular has he been doing to get into that shape?
We went out back to the old school, went to the track, and did some, put the spikes and the shoes on and did some running. We didn't do that in the past. We did a lot of running this time. His cardio is phenomenal. I told him, and Bas and I told him in the beginning of this camp, he'll come out in the best shape of his life. His football days, his track days, he'll be in the best shape of his life come October 4th. So we're ready.
And where is he skill-wise on that side? How many more techniques has he picked up in the last couple months to help him in this fight?
He's picked up a lot. We've brought some secret weapons into the camp that we'll reveal later, but it's going really well. I mean, Bas, people totally underestimate Bas on the ground. He's phenomenal. He's like a magician on the ground. And people just think, oh, he's good striking. He's phenomenal on the ground. And he gives all those submissions to Kimbo. Kimbo's like a sponge. He absorbs them. So we're ready. We're really ready for this fight.
Bas Rutten has actually a very practical fighting style on the ground. Like he takes what works really, and is not into all the flashy techniques and all that. Do you see that starting to emulate in what Kimbo Slice is doing on the ground?
Absolutely, I definitely agree with you. But the crazy thing with Bas is that he's really creative. Like he sees something and he'll go and he'll make it better. He's got that creative mind. He thinks way outside the box as far as jiu-jitsu goes. And Kimbo might pull off some stuff that no one's seen before. We'll wait and see what happens.
Excellent. And how do you expect the fight to go? I know you guys don't want to get into game plan, but you must have some anticipation. You must have a couple of roads that you're training Kimbo Slice for. Can you talk a little about them?
Sure. You have the classic matchup of a striker against a grappler. I mean, obviously Ken wants to take the fight to the ground, and Kimbo wants to strike with him, but we're prepared to do both. If it goes to the ground, we're certainly prepared for the ground. If Ken wants to stand up, we're certainly prepared to stand and bang with Ken. Not big on predictions, but I can guarantee you a good fight and a lot of fireworks come October 4th.
What do you think the biggest difference would be that people see, the fans see, from Kimbo Slice, the James Thompson fight a couple months ago, to Kimbo Slice fighting Ken Shamrock on October 4th?
I don't see much of a change. I guess his cardio, if it goes to the 3rd round, you're going to see a different fighter in there as far as his cardio goes. But for the most part, you're going to see the same guy is going to want to come out there and bang and knock Ken's head off.
That could be a big difference, the cardio.
Yeah, that could be a big difference, and we'll see it come October 4th. I'm as a trainer, and I'm sure Bas will do the same thing. I can't wait to see the fight. It's going to be a good fight.